Hello and welcome to Got Next Gaming. I am your host here, Amp One Way, and we are going to create a new player. We're going to start a new series here. I don't know how much effort or time I'm going to put into this series. I'm going to be completely honest. This happened because I got really upset when I lost the footage for Roger Rifle and New York Jets Connected franchise, the last two games in those series. When I lost the games for that, I got really bummed out, and I just started a whole new player altogether. And I was like, just mad. I was so angry that I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go do something different, and I'm gonna do something I've never done before, and that's it. And I hit the record button when I was doing it, and I never really intended to do much with it. But I actually said to myself, you know what? Let me throw a couple of videos of this up here and see what happens. We are going through teams right now, and I'm trying to find a team because I want to do defense. So I'm looking for a team that has weak defense we can build up and work on, something that's going to be like a project or a work in progress per se. So I've never done a defensive player ever in a game like this. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. I had thought about it. I didn't want to do defensive line. I kind of felt that was boring, monotonous. I don't know. And I wasn't really sure, like, you know, if linebacker would be the way to go or safety or free safety would be the way to go. So I went with cornerback. I figured that'd be a huge challenge because I've never played cornerback very well. When playing these games, I always kind of pick the down lineman, and I rush the passer. Yeah, I rush the passer, rush the quarterback to try to get the sack, and that's it, or stop the run. So we're going to do something different. We're going to pick a quarterback. We're going to go man-to-man quarterback here. We're not going to go crazy and make him an early draft pick because that just puts too much pressure on things. We're going to go ahead and make him a late-round pick. This way he has decent stats to begin with, and then we can kind of work on him from there. And then we're going to work on the name. And this is going to be something in spirit of MLB 15, the show that I did with my closing pitcher. In fact, it's going to be a distant relative of Strike 'Em Out. He is like a second cousin to Strike 'Em Out, maybe you want to call him, is what it's going to be. So, and we're going to make it in the spirit of the position that he's playing as well. So we're going to make it fun and interesting and hokey and it's, again, just to have fun. So first name is going to be Shutem, and I am pretty sure that you guys can figure out the last name, which will be really easy here. It's going to be Down. Shut him down. So it's a quarterback. It's fitting. It's relevant to his position, and it's fun. And it's Strike 'Em Out's cousin. I mean, hey, how can you go wrong there, right? I mean, you know, they have an athletic family, so that's this one's playing football. The other one plays baseball, and he's a closing pitcher. But this one here, cornerback, we're going to have him number 20 here. He is going to be number 24, 20 years old. 24 because I like Darrelle Revis. I'm a Jets fan, and he's one of my favorite players. So, I mean, that's the way it is. He's not going to be on the Jets, so we don't have to worry about losing the number or anything like that. We're going to be playing on the Colts, who have a great cornerback in Vontae Davis, and we're going to be competing for a starting job there with this. So there we got all our stats there, and we're going to take a quick look at all his traits, and that should do it for that. And we're going to go ahead and start the regular season. I think we're going to do preseason first to get as much experience as possible to build up his stats so that we can try to get him into the starting lineup to start off with, because after Vontae Davis, there is absolutely no cornerback or secondary help whatsoever on the Colts team at all. So we'll take a look here. And right now they have us first on the depth chart. And I think it's because it's preseason, so they're going to give me a chance to play. But you can see beyond Vontae Davis, this is a 77, and that's it. We're going to turn off the instant starter thing because I don't want to play like that. I'm not going to be that guy. I want to earn my spot and work hard to get it. We're going to take a look at the first preseason game here against the Eagles with the Colts. And we can see Shut 'Em Down's goals for the week there. And we're going to go ahead and work our way into Lincoln Financial Field, work ourselves into the link here and going against the Eagles. Now, let's talk about presentation for this. You're going to see, and I'm going to mention it a few times, there's not a heck of a lot going on when it comes to cornerbacks. Like, there's a lot of waiting game out there. You got to play your routes, and maybe they throw to you, maybe they don't. If they don't, it's just a lot of monotonous, boring stuff. It's worse than playing defensive line. At least there's a little more action defensive line. You have a chance to get to the quarterback like every time. More or less, if you're good at it. But here, it's like you got to wait for him to throw your way. And in this particular play, the first play ever in preseason NFL football, I run right past DeMarco Murray, and I completely miss him on his little, swing route there to the outside. I went right past me, and made me look like a fool in my first play. But you know what? We'll recover from that, and we'll look good going forward here. So we'll see. We have another chance here, and we're going to get in on the tackle on a play here later on. And I'm only going to show a few plays from preseason. I'm not going to show all 4 games. I'm just showing a few of him here because it is the start of Shutem down and his career in the NFL. So we'll see how he can do that there. But he does recover from that. He was about 10 yards downfield and does turn around to converge in and assist on the tackle there to help out his team. So good awareness on his part. And this will be the final game we'll see in preseason as we're getting a throw. Nope, nowhere. But you see how he maintained his coverage on his man and did quite well there. You'll see the assist for the tackle and the stats after the game. And overall, good first game, I guess. I mean, I don't know what's the judging for a cornerback. You know, make sure they don't throw your way and don't give up the touchdown. Get an interception when you can. We'll take a quick look at some of his stats here as we bounce around, taking a look at some of his things here. You can see man coverage is his big thing. He's going to be a Darrelle Revis type of cornerback. You know, he's going to be man coverage all the way. Good speed, good acceleration, good jump. Catching not so great. We're going to work on the consistency portion of his stats right away so we can get more XP when we're doing the game prep, stuff like that, which I'm not going to show you. And obviously here in preseason to get points as well so that we can build up his abilities as much as possible in doing so. So that's it for like the stats in the preseason. We're going to go ahead and jump into week 1 here in NFL. So it'll be his first game against the Buffalo Bills, and we're going to jump into that action. He is, by the way, second on the depth chart as he went through the preseason. They put him into the second string spot over any other player there with his overall of a 75. His confidence is a 67 now instead of it was a 50 before. His confidence is on the rise. You can see his goals for the week here: defense early, defense often won, tackles. I don't even know what that means or what the goals are for it. I know that's the goal. That's the name of the goal, but I don't know what the actual goal is, like how many tackles he has to get or whatever to maintain that. But we're going to go into game action here in the first quarter. The Bills get the ball first, and he'll be covering Sammy Watkins to start the game in his first play ever in the NFL. It'll be a handoff there as they hand off to McCoy for a 1-yard gain there. And, again, shut him down. Had nothing to do with the play, more or less. And it's going to be a lot of that here, so it's going to be more or less highlights. I'll probably bring like 2 or 3 games in a video, in an episode, just to make it more interesting. But there is some game action, and we're going to actually catch that here. As you see, he sheds the block and gets Shady McCoy in the backfield there for a loss of a yard or 2 on the play, which is a good heads-up play by shut him down there. Saw the run coming out and maintains his presence there and gets into the backfield, is able to bring down the runner there. So first tackle for him in the NFL. Nice little moment there for him. But we're going to move ahead here a little bit later on in the first. 3rd down and 8. There's no score so far. And there's going to be a throw across the field as he kind of loses the handle on his man going across the field there. Watkins gets the reception in the first down. So gets beaten on one play there. 2nd down 11 here in the second. He will be looking, and there's another throw to the outside, and he gets blocked in the back by Watkins as he was going to try to tackle McCoy, who's able to run all the way down and get the touchdown. There should be a penalty on that play if you ask me. It looked like it was a block in the back, but so they're beating for a touchdown on that one as he was trying to go and tackle McCoy after the catch there. But he was kind of pushed in the back or from the side anyway. Good block on him, and he wasn't able to make that tackle there on McCoy. Probably would have had him if he wasn't blocked. But here we are, 4th down and 6 now. He is the punt returner on the team and a kick returner as well. So we'll probably get a lot of those little plays in there. We'll show those every once in a while. And you can see he does the return here in the late part of the second quarter there for a 10-yard return. Buffalo is up 14-0. We don't expect the Colts to do much as they are pretty much decimated on defense, and they'll need a rebuilding kind of stage in a way. Even with Andrew Luck on offense, there isn't even a tremendous amount of weapons on offense for them to work with, more or less. So here's another one for shut him down where he's going to get another opportunity to return the punt, and he's going to take off and looking for a lane but cannot find one, and he is brought down pretty quickly after a 9-yard return, which is terrible in punt return terms. I mean, an average of 9 yards is pretty good. But third quarter here, a minute left. We're going to see a throw deep downfield, and there'll be an interception on that play as he has his man covered. And I like to believe that interception led to was led to by him having good coverage on his man down low, you know. So fourth quarter, 5 minutes left here. He's lined up there again, waiting for the throw down the field, but no throw there. He's going to come up and he's going to make the tackle there as he had to assist on that one. The reception was made over the middle to, is that Watkins again? Yep. So Sammy Watkins, and he came in to help out on that one. But that's going to pretty much do it here, folks, for this one, as they're going to kick off one more time. The score is 20-13, and we will get the victory formation there. And that's it. I mean, that's Shutem Down's game right there. I mean, that's his first game in the NFL. That's the way it's going to pretty much end there. 20-13 is what happens here. The Bills win this one over the Colts. Colts came back and made it a little interesting towards the end, obviously, but not much going on. And again, it's going to be a challenge trying to find a way to present this. How am I going to present this? Am I going to do highlights for a couple of games? Am I going to show a lot of nonsense and nothing that happens? I mean, obviously playing the game is a lot more interesting than showing it, so I'm going to have to find a way to definitely bring this to you guys to make it more exciting. But you can see he's got 1 solo tackle, 1 assist, so 2 total tackles here in the game as he does what he's supposed to. He's got 9.5 on 2 punt returns for 19 yards, and the average is 9.5, in that one. But that's going to do it for week 1 here. I'll probably bring maybe 2 games in the next episode, maybe 3, and again, depending on how much action there actually happens on the field. But we'll have to see what happens with that. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Please leave a like and a comment. Let me know what you think, and catch you around the channel. All right, bye now.